Welcome back, everybody. My name is Kevin Jones, and I'm here with Luke Humphries, and you guys are joining us for the 2020 championship at the Preserve, presented by Prodigy Disc.
That's right. We got Matt Bell, Noah Meintsma, Philo Brathwaite, and myself, all playing fairly mediocre front nines, but there's a very attackable back nine set up for us, and it starts with hole 10.
Yeah, 4 downs and 3 downs are, like you said, mediocre scores, but still possible to pull out an 11 or 12 under, which is just fine and what you're going to need to compete here.
That's right. First hole on the back nine is gorgeous. I mean, it's just a great golf hole to look at. Got to land in this little area up by the green.
It is beautiful, though.
With the rock wall there. It's got the ball golf feels to it. You and I both love some ball golf. I think that's
right.
One of the reasons we find it pretty. DX Rock from Philo.
Nice, and that disc is flying so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's what you want. You're going to see people opting for anything from a backhand mid-range or putter to the sidearm play.
Yep. Depending on wind, I think the sidearm could be the play.
Noah is definitely going to go with the Nova because he throws it any chance he gets. This is a good Nova hole for him.
Just outside the circle on that one. I think that's a new Nova. He's still working that one into his lineup a little bit.
I think you're right.
Matt is choosing to go with a fairway driver. Playing a little bit of a hyzer, I do believe. Not much wind to speak of at all. We were just talking to Joey Temali a second ago, and these are some of the least windy conditions that this course has seen since its introduction. Just dead still, great scoring conditions. Matt looking to get that one a little righter.
That's it.
But he stays.
Friendly action there.
Yeah, those cinder blocks do help players who are leaning that direction. I had a forehand disc in my hand as well as this mid-range, but felt like mid-range was the play. Just going to try and copy Philo's line.
This is the KJ-M3 right here from the 2019 Prodigy Tour Series. Par job. Nicely done.
Yeah, get back on the train. I started hot, but kind of slowed down a little bit, so I'm feeling like that one can get me back. Matt, right about 48 feet. Cash.
This is nice to watch.
Yeah.
This is why Circle 2 in regulation is so important for this guy, because he can make anything inside Circle 2.
Oh, my goodness. The focus changing on that slow-mo. So sick par save. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Matt Bell throwing a pure one in the heart. Oh, yeah. All-American smile right there. Loving it. Noah looking to follow that just at the circle's edge.
Yes, and that's a great look at Noah's putt. So nose down that it opens up the basket and gives him an even better chance of slipping it in there.
Yeah, he hits a lot of putts just like that. And they'd go in if there's no chains involved. Looks like a star frame on hole 10 out of this card, which is what we'd expect. This was one of the easier holes on the course. Definitely a gettable one.
That's so nice looking. Here we are, moving on. Hole 11 is a par 4, 677 feet. We've got a somewhat narrow fairway, at least compared to what we're usually used to out here on our par 4s. Ideally, you want to get a bunch of distance on this tee shot and be in the fairway.
Yep.
If you can get 300 feet and you're in the fairway, you have an opportunity at birdie.
Yeah, definitely one of the holes we're looking to get out here. Not much OB to speak of. You'd have to really turn one over to find it right, and there is none left. So Just looking to pump one down.
Philo's going to go with his trusty destroyer shot. He's going to hit it on a flat angle, let it work right.
Too many angles, Philo.
And that was
Too many angles, Philo, he says.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but he gets a pretty fortuitous kick there and ends up back towards the fairway. He'll have an interesting stance, but a chance to birdie. Noah ripping on this 10-year, I believe, destroyer. Definitely know it's a destroyer. And a disc landed right next to him as he was about to execute that shot. So good stop from him. Needs to refocus. And he uses that white chalk, and you can see it almost explode on the disc out of his hand. It's kind of cool.
That is awesome. I love that, actually. Hopefully there's a slow-mo of that coming up sometime.
That'd be sick. It's like LeBron of disc golf with the chalk.
So Noah's result there, he leaked it out to the left, but he has a good angle at the basket from there. It's not going to be too much trouble, as opposed to this, which could be pinched if it doesn't finish like that.
Hooks up and skips left. Perfect shot from Matt. He'll be past the trouble. I'm ripping on a D2, looking to get some turn out of the hand. And there's no turn out of the hand.
Not ideal from Luke there. Did you miss the pop or the angle?
I think a little bit of both.
A little of both. So
yeah.
Not ideal.
No, and it kicked me kind of left over there by, what would that be, like 13 or 14's tee box. So I've got this uphill run up to a low ceiling shot. Hyzer, I'm playing an FX2. And, you know, I'm knowing it's a tricky shot. It just wasn't able to get the pop on it. And my foot stuck in the grass. Tried to turn around it. Kind of twisted my stuff up a little bit.
Something you're going to be dealing with on the next few holes?
No, no lasting effects, but definitely didn't feel good.
Super awkward
Yeah.
feeling. Man, that was a doable shot, I suppose, but it was difficult.
It was. I should have played something less stable if I had the chance again.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I would have gone with that F5, I think.
Yes. More penetration, more flip up and pushing straight. Philo, this shot is doable as well. The footing's terrible.
Yeah, it's a downhill stance.
Yeah, but he can do this. He needs to put it up high on an angle, and it's just going to work over there to the basket.
Yeah.
Not really a tree to miss or anything, is there? Is there one tree to miss?
Yeah, the one 60 feet short of the green I don't think is really in play for him.
Pretty common mistake. I can understand how that would happen, but still just outside the circle.
Yeah, it kept on fighting right. I was surprised, but I'm sure he wasn't. He knows his rocks.
Yeah.
He'll be left just outside circle for that birdie putt. Here's Noah from the left side playing a Avier X3, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I need to get up there on my drive.
Yeah, that's a park job. Matt throwing one of his steadies.
No.
Oh,
Friendly action there.
yeah, great little kick.
It's nice to see.
Bit early out of the hand, but no damage.
Luke, is this outside circle too?
It is not, just inside circle 2. And a pretty poor bid. This was the easiest hole on the course. So, didn't feel good missing that birdie. But 59% of the field was able to get the birdie on this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just the shorter distance is probably what opens up that stat. Oh, and just a little bit short for Philo.
Yeah, little left. Could have stuck for sure, but kicked out. I think Matt just outside circle 1.
Possibly inside. Nice looking putt from Matt.
Yeah.
Keeping his circle 1 percentage way up there. This guy is 7 for 8 from inside the circle.
Yep. Not surprising. He's a great putter.
And And then let's not forget that you are also 100% inside the circle so far.
Yeah, I haven't had a ton of looks, but have hit the ones that I've had.
That's what you got to do. Capitalize.
Philo tapping in for that. Yeah, so as we said, easiest hole in the course, 88% of the field getting themselves inside circulation too. And there's that slow motion replay of Noah popping that sand, that dust, that powder.
Nice, I called it.
Pretty fun. Thanks for that par save. Noah grabbing the birdie on that one, as well as Matt. Headed to hole 12. This is the closest we get to the Mississippi River while we're out here at the preserve. Pretty sweet little hole. Ends up in this nice little nook, and then just a gorgeous set behind it.
This hole's fun to play. You just got to hit the line with something very straight is all you have to do. It's not important to have to bend it in there or anything.
No.
It appears to be a little bit breaking right to left because it is, but what Noah's doing right here is solid.
Yeah.
A little bit more distance and he would have been very good.
Yeah. I'm throwing like a stable M1 flat to a little fade. I think the 296 probably plays more like 330 or something like that. A little bit over 3. I think that's why you're seeing Matt go with a little bit higher speed.
He does appear to be a fairway driver. There's a low ceiling, so it opens up your room for error if you throw fairway driver as well.
And this is like looking great.
Hit it.
Oh no. My goodness, right under the bucket.
So it does drop off severely right there.
Yep.
But possibly a makeable putt if he's not guarded by those trees right there.
Yeah, the water is 30 to 35 feet away from that hill, so there's no chance that he's getting that far, especially when he skips into the hill, but it'll be semi-obstructed, an uphill downhill putt. Kind of weird. Philo hyzering over that bush. And yeah, ending up right outside circle 1. And here's that 750 M1. I'm thinking just nice, smooth, flat, let it finish. And so I just didn't let go of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I want this disc so much, I'm going to keep it in my hand extra long.
Not what you want to do there, but
no.
The gap isn't the easiest thing in the world. Patent pending from you right here. Is this a PA3?
It's a P Model S.
P Model S. Whoa, not again.
Yeah, it was short. I kind of had the feels from earlier, though. I was thinking give it a bid or whatever, you know.
Yeah, you looked comfortable with that.
Yeah. Oh, that looked great. Like he was falling in there just a bit short out of Noah. Philo, right about 36 feet, I think. Just perfect. Yeah, let's watch that again. Look at this form. Long arm.
It's beautiful form.
Yeah, full release. Committed all the way. And I think from the circle's edge, he's got to be one of the best putters. And I said he's one of the best putters, but there's like certain distances that people putt better at, and he's just so good at that range that people tend to miss. It's just something to copy for sure for those people at home. Now Matt with that tricky up and down.
Drop.
Ah.
Oh, God.
It's frustrating because he feels like he peered the line and then just has a very obstructed putt for birdie.
Yeah, we weren't even aware that it skipped back there, so we kind of walked up thinking that he was closer than that. I don't know if that played into his mind at all, but
It can play into plays into my mind every now and then for sure.
yeah. You already, chalked that one up, counted it,
Yep.
added it to the score or whatever.
But you can't do that. You can't count your chickens before they hatch, is what they say. At least in Arkansas.
Yeah. Lots of chickens in Arkansas.
All right, this is going to take us to the next hole. It's going to be hole 13. Hole 13 is a sidearm hole.
The left to right movement of the disc definitely called for.
if you're going to throw a backhand, this tree that we're flying under right now can play as a ceiling, so it's important to throw really low, but you don't have to worry about that as much with a sidearm shot. So
yeah, the only miss for the sidearm that you want to avoid is coming in early and skipping right. You can be left really obstructed, and the birdie is almost taken away the second that you do that.
yeah, you have to really commit the shot.
Yep. Missing left wide, definitely better than left short, or right short, excuse me. Rock out of Philo. And he's not even thinking turn it over. He's just throwing it inside the circle. He's been hitting putts all day.
I can appreciate that play,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, just managing it.
Yeah.
Not trying to get too fancy. Noah, flicking that pink destroyer.
Super committed from Noah. Skip in.
Do it. Yeah, it looked good from the tee box. That was a little short, but now he's parked, so fantastic shot from Noah. Matt, also looking at that forehand line, he's got a great forehand. Getting better and better every time I see him, I feel like. This hole coming in as the 12th most difficult on the course, averaging .36 under par. And
That's the sawed-off mistake that you were talking about,
Yep.
Luke, and he's not going to be in a great spot right there.
no, the level of the ground drops down the second that you enter the woods, too. So in addition to being in there, you're below the playing surface as well, just making it super tricky. I've turned my D2 over a little bit, but after watching Matt's miss, that was the proper miss, and I've left myself about 40 feet. Matt needing to get squeaky coming out of the woods here. Ooh, and I'm sure he was thinking go. Looked like he had a little gap. Good bid from him. Yeah, right about 40 feet here for my bird.
Yes, sir, Luke. Well done. Putter is feeling good today. It's good to see.
Yeah, missed the last 2 birdies on very gettable holes, so didn't want to miss 3 straight. Happy to get that one. Philo now, after putting his rock inside the circle for his 2. You can see him drying his hand off. One of the things that players were dealing with today was super humid conditions. Because there wasn't much breeze, it was just stale out there.
Yeah, it's important that we take the time and have the discipline to get our hand comfortable and dry before we attempt the shot.
Yeah. Shout out to Eagle. I don't know where he put his drive on this hole, but he threw in for 104 feet to save his par.
Yeah. I was on his card. Check out Jomez's coverage of that.
Whoa. Yep, taking no time with that comebacker. 68% of the field getting a circle 2 look on this one, 42% inside circle 1. So you can see why this hole is playing as the 12th most difficult. Noah and I carding birdies, Matt and Philo taking their pars. Mississippi River there in the background. Minnesota native repping UDisc, Noah Meintsma there. That was a great forehand from him too. Known as a backhander and a putter thrower, but I've been playing a bunch of golf with him lately, and his forehand is really coming along. I don't even know that coming along is the right way to state it. It's been there. It's great for him.
Noah has a great all-around game. Hole 14 is a nice par 4 that we have here. You're not going to be safe until you get to this part that we're flying over right now. So it's an important tee shot. You can go for a long distance shot if you want, but that's the risk and reward factor that you have to handle yourself. Personally, I like to piece together 2 mid-range shots.
That's a great way to play it. The OB left is just beckoning discs to head over there. It's a bit downhill, so you get extra fade out of your Frisbee, maybe a little more than you were planning on.
That's a solid shot from Noah. Safe.
Yeah, that's no worries from there. He'll be putter.
Almost anything safe is going to be in birdie potential area.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You just have to put it in the short grass down there. And this is a good example of a bad shot.
Yeah.
I needed to turn it over. I didn't play it down. I played it flat, and that allowed the disc to get air under it and just head left almost immediately.
And you were trying to hit it harder or put more angle?
I wanted to put a little more angle, but I also wanted it to be lower.
Okay.
Knowing
yes.
that all I need to do is get in the fairway, throwing it straight into the ground 300 feet away from the basket's a better play than
That's
what I
right.
just did.
Philo with a destroyer shot.
Is exactly what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Just not letting the disc fade, giving it no time to do so.
And even if it is skipping, it's so low to the ground that it might catch the lip that's protecting us. He didn't get quite enough. Is he going to hit the lip?
Come
Help.
on.
Help.
No.
Goner.
Yeah, a couple mistakes off the tee from Mr. Bell and I.
If you are OB off the tee, you're going to have to make a nice shot to save that par. Just as Noah needs a nice shot to make birdie, opting for what looks to like a mid-range. Hit it. Yes.
I believe that's one of his AVRs. He wasn't too terribly far away. I think he was about 315, maybe less. This is a rock out of Philo, though. Just looking to throw it flat.
So that's what you want. It's uphill the whole way, and it drops off immediately behind. So if you were to crest it with no ground play, you're going way past.
And this needs to push straight.
He says, oh no.
Yeah.
Simmer, 30, right in Philo range, just
It
outside
is.
the circle.
It is.
He's disappointed right now, but that's salvageable.
Yeah, it is. But from a position where he was dead center middle, he's probably working a little harder than he would have liked. I'm going H3. This is a disc I got from Cale. So this disc likes flying in Minnesota.
Nice. Well played shot right there. Needs good action and 20 feet, 15, 20 feet.
Yeah. Just didn't want to mess with deep of the basket, short being the miss, to give yourself a putt. And Matt looks to be throwing one of his steadies. Great looking shot from him.
Nice weight on that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Landing short, but flat putt at the basket. Philo trying to collect himself right now. This is a big putt. Philo has actually hit the last 9 green in regulations, as I would call it, but circle 2 in regulations.
Wow.
Last 9 circle 2 in regulations. So he's throwing the Frisbee really good right now.
Just a really uphill putt. Kind of hard to get that one all the way up there.
Yep, and he will be taking a par. 1 stroke mistake there on that up shot, I'd say. Who do we have next? Noah? No, Noah's parked.
Yeah, it's going to be Matt. This hole coming in is the 4th hardest, averaging just under par, 3.83 on the par 4. 47% of the field was able to get the birdie, but there was quite a few out of bounds to add to the problem. We had a 7, a handful of 6s. People were throwing multiple OBs on this one. I think the OB left is just it's there waiting for players to find it. Nice putt from Matt.
That's a great inside the circle putt from Matt Bell right there, keeping his inside the circle percentage super solid.
One of the things that Cale wanted to exhibit on this course was no OB. He wanted there to be all natural conditions, the players playing the land as it is, not messing with it too much. And so this hole is one of only a couple of holes on the course that has some artificial out of bounds. Noah Cardin, the easy birdie.
Noah also hitting 6 of the last Circle 2 in regulations. The last 6 in a row, so he's also driving the disc really well right now.
Yeah.
8 under on the round also.
Yeah, with 4 holes to go, that's a great spot to put yourself in, especially with the eagleable 18th hole upcoming.
The eagleable 15, huh?
No, eagleable 18.
Oh, eagleable 18.
Yeah,
I heard you now.
Here's 15. You're left with a pretty large gap off the tee into a wide open fairway, and then a few pine trees around the green. But all in all, definitely a hole that we're looking to get.
Out the gap and anywhere scores here. That tree's strong though. Those branches are no joke. So that's a fortunate break to get out there from Noah. Not bad at all.
No, not at all. And he'll be left with a great opportunity still to get the birdie on this one. With the tree hits, I'm sure he's right about a 300-foot approach, which is no problem for him. Throwing a D2, looking to turn it over out the gap a little bit. Yeah.
That's all you need right there.
Yep.
There's not much to say about this hole. There's not much OB or any OB actually. Getting out the gap is all you're worried about on the tee shot. Doesn't really matter where it ends up.
No. Nope, I expect that some players are really airing this out. Philo turns it over a bit, and he'll be in some tall grass, but other than that, it's a great angle to the green, really no harm done.
Yeah, he might have a slightly messed up run up, but we'll see how he can handle that.
Yeah, it could have a little bit of side hill, but it's not very extreme. Like you said, not much guarding the players from taking the birdie on this one. Matt, ripping on that green hurricane. Great pull out of him. Hole 15 coming in as the 15th easiest, playing almost a half stroke under par at 0.47 strokes under. 56% of the field grabbing the birdie on this one. Noah, I believe that was his Cayman. I think he just threw it a little hard, flipped up a little more than he would have liked, but he'll be left with an opportunity. Philo, that's a rock in his hand. So he got plenty of distance off the tee. He's got a great angle in. If he can maneuver this side hill lie, he should be left with a good birdie opportunity.
And this is where it needs to sit because of that. It's kind of matching the grade of the hill there.
Yeah, that was well done from him. Mid-range hyzer in.
There's really only one tree that's guarding the attack at this pin. It's right in front of it, so you just need to get around it one way or another.
Yeah, this looks like a full speed out of Matt. Interesting. Oh, and almost cans it.
It shot off really fast, though, and he'll be around circle's edge for a birdie putt.
That's exactly right. I'm going A3.
A3 for you. Needs to sit. This is where it's going to skip.
Yeah, I did. I definitely skipped a bit right at circle's edge, I think. Noah, bit of a low ceiling. Green sloping away from him.
Nice tree from him there. I don't think that had a chance of going in.
Yeah, you're probably right. Better chance of rolling after it hit the ground.
And Luke, is this inside the circle?
Just inside.
So count it for you.
Yeah, I'm happy with that one.
More great putting from you right there, Luke. So what's the secret? How much practice time on putting before the round?
And the secret is confidence in your stroke. I think we've all got a fairly repeatable stroke. Trusting that you have it, picking a target, and letting it fly confidently, I think, is the only challenge there.
Very nice. It's good info right there from our boy Luke Humphries.
Philo. A little bit low on his last putt. Makes the adjustment. Didn't expect him to miss 2 in a row. And Matt, after skipping by the bucket, nearly holing his shot for 2, left with about a 26-footer.
Yeah, inside the circle. He's got a slight slope that he's standing on. But he nailed one like this on the last hole.
Great putt. Taking his time, finding his rhythm. There's a lot of things you can mimic about Matt Bell's putt. I think tempo, attitude, calmness. It's just, he's got a lot of it. The intangibles that make a world putting champion.
Well, it's looking really good for him right now. He's only missed 1 inside the circle putt, and he's had 10 today. That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, so 3 birdies from the card. Moving on to, one of my favorite holes out here. Just kind of an interesting hole right there on the mound. You feel like you got to get it, but it's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah, 100%, because there's no clean way at this pin other than straight at it. So if you're going to swing in what we would probably say is the easier, more lazy hyzer bomb, you're at the mercy of that hillside, and a lot of the time we see discs just immediately pop and roll away from the hillside. If you skip it up to the hillside, you're less likely to do that, though.
Yeah, so I'm playing my Stablist FX2 on a little flex line, looking for it to skip before the hill. Anything that skips on the hill gets kind of weird skips, but you can access the circle from the right side, and that's all I was trying to do, get pin high right and hit another putt, just like the last hole.
Yeah, we'll see a bunch of people here land right at circle's edge on the right side. Very common landing area. Philo, did he leak it left? There it comes. It skips hard there, so he caught a decent part of the hillside, but still circle's edge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he had gotten himself to pin high with the hyzer on his disc, that would have skipped another 20 feet away from the basket. So, honestly, probably a good thing to land a little short, check up, and he'll be left with a birdie opportunity. The pin looks to be on the top of this hill. It's actually not. It's on the back side of the hill. I think that's one of the challenges of this is if you land it just right there at the base of the hill, you're like 40 feet.
For sure. The placement of this pin is money. Wow, what a nice shot there from Bell, and
That's how you do
possibly
it.
one of the best shots I've seen. No, it is the best shot that I've seen on this hole
Yep.
yet.
Yep.
He
Same
hit
here.
the hillside perfectly.
And we thought it might have a chance to go in with that super high little skip. This is a stable rock out of Noah. I don't believe he's thrown this one yet this round, but he can really rip on it, feels comfortable throwing it long distance. Wanted to get a little flatter than he did there.
An air ball here will make him have to make a putt. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, interesting one to run. I think he, in the moment, he was feeling it.
Well, yeah, we're coming to the end of the round.
Yeah.
You're seeing somebody's 15 under.
Yeah.
Yeah, like scores are hot. You think you got to get every hole possible.
Yeah.
And Noah's a great putter, though. I expect him to can that one.
Yeah, he had hit that little spinner Annie on hole 7, so who knows what kind of feels he had going on.
This looks like just outside the circle, huh?
Mm-hmm. Dead center.
It's been so good, the putting stroke for Philo. Only one mishap that I can think of.
Yep. Started a little slow, was still hitting a ton of basket, and now is just raining them in from everywhere.
Good stuff there, Philo.
Yeah.
Good focus. Keep it up. Keep chugging along.
And Noah's actually put his putt outside my drive, so he's first up. And a little bit low on that one. Unfortunate time to 3-putt.
Yeah, we're coming into these last 3 holes really just hoping to go 3 down through 3 at least.
Mm-hmm.
But of the 3, this is probably the toughest birdie.
Yeah.
This
just
one is weird.
hard to maneuver around the hill. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yes, Luke. And inside the circle putt again.
Yep, just inside. I think my back foot was on the line.
That is great stuff from you there. A nicely executed birdie as well.
Yeah, kind of climbing back into it. Good start, slow middle, kind of picking it back up on the backside.
Good deal.
The hardest part about all this was not high-fiving your buddies when they did awesome stuff. That was one of the rules of the new COVID regulations, was that we just kind of stay away from each other, don't touch each other's discs and whatever else. And not being able to slap your boy after he parks one from 4 hundos is kind of hard.
It is hard.
Look at that interesting form out of Matt, but man, does he make it work. Great park job birdie from him.
Scores coming up really close with everybody as well.
Yeah, the whole card playing pretty similar. Headed to hole 17. This narrow little hallway with a ceiling right at the end of it, and then a little bit of water right and long of the green. So very gettable hole, but super green grass. If you don't hit the ceiling right and bring it in a little low, you will be short. You're not skipping anywhere.
That's it. That's what makes this hole have some challenge to it. You gotta have height, but you can't go long.
I just need to get a little lucky.
Come on, man.
I don't. I should have thrown that lower at the end of the day, but I don't know.
I'm starting to find out myself, as you just saw there. That limb is hanging down on the high left side of this fairway, so we gotta throw it more right, I think, man.
Yeah, we both do. Just like that.
Philo going, I bet that was a rock.
It was.
Nice.
Yep.
So playing with the ceiling there and giving himself more room for error by throwing a mid-range, I can appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
This probably wins cutest hole of the course.
Yeah, exactly. It is a cute little one. Cute little guy. Matt Bell looks to be throwing a breaker. Great disc from DGA. Very similar to a zone if you haven't checked it out. Ooh.
Total miscue from Matt Bell right there.
Yeah. Very abnormal for the usually very accurate Matt Bell. Noah going to that aviator that he's been throwing great all day, and similar mistake to Matt. And this is basically the same hole that he was playing. If he gets up and down from here, it'll be as hard of a up and down as the tee shot was.
Pretty much. Distance looks good. It had some heat on it, but he's got that.
A little long, 24 feet coming back. Noah now. Just a little soft out of the hand. I think the water long right may have come into mind. But he'll be left with a 26-footer for his par.
Oh, an inch or two down.
Dude, I couldn't believe I didn't get that one at least to the basket. Never up, never in. I tell myself that all the time, and it's unfortunate. Noah, really not the time to go bogey, especially when he was 8 under after 15 holes.
Yeah, a really tough finish right there for Noah.
Yeah, and with this raised basket and the low ceilings on that pine or cedar, whatever that is by Philo, he's left with a pretty tricky putt.
No doubt.
I went over there and looked at it, and I mean, he started laughing when he walked up and saw where his disc had landed, just perfectly behind the tree. And those branches hanging low. You guys all know about pine and cedar branches. They don't let anything through, so
They don't mess around.
no, he knows he can't touch any of it. Gonna slide this one in below the center of the basket, I assume.
This is just one of those times when you have to take what you're given and adapt. Get this disc in the basket. Put the thingy in the thingy. Yes, sir, Philo.
Great putt.
Making it look routine. That's good focus there.
Big exhale from him. Nice putt. Nice comebacker from Matt to not drop a stroke. Noah tapping him for a bogey. He knows he's got hole 18 and the possibility of an eagle to erase that.
Yeah, this is the time. You got one hole and a possibility to subtract 2 off of your score.
Yeah. It's nice to have a finishing hole where you can erase things like that.
It is.
You know?
It's a very, very cool factor to the course.
Lots of times it feels like we're just trying to hold on when it comes to 18, but here you're like attack mode. Like I'm about to smash one off the tee, and if you do that properly, you get up short of this green, you're left with a very doable second shot into this green for an eagle chance.
For sure. Theoretically, the big arms could go hyzer, and be A-okay here.
Yeah, at only 930 feet, you're looking for 465 off the tee twice, and boom.
Can Philo play this hole for eagle?
I believe that he probably could if he wanted to, but I don't believe he's going to.
Yeah, it would take 2 pretty darn good shots for Philo, I would say.
You know he's got distance in the reserves. We play some ball golf with Philo, so we know in ball golf you're never hitting it as hard as you can. You're always at like 80, 90.
Right.
And then there's those times when you do reach back, I'd say. And he's got some stuff in the reserves, but I think the easy birdie is what he's looking for on this one. I'm thinking, I don't know, chuck one out there, maybe get an eagle.
Nice. Well, I'm interested to see how Philo plays it if he just plays for birdie. And you are playing for eagle. That you can reach from there. What's it going to be, like 480?
Yeah, 480. I think that was about 450 maybe.
So, yeah, 480.
Matt may be looking to get it a little flatter, but great position. Probably not going for it from there, but birdie is still well in play. Noah audibly let us know that he wanted an eagle on this hole, so he's trying to smash this.
Cool. Hits his angle very flat and looks to be pushing. That's going to be good.
Yeah.
Good shot. That's all you need to do. And it's so important to have a flat run up here so that you're feeling nice and open and free to hit that second shot. You'll find yourself in trouble if you're on the hillside or pinched off way left.
Yep, exactly right. You try to take too much off that water, you end up in the tall grass.
Interesting. So that's how Philo's going to play for a birdie.
Yep.
Okay. That's
Matt,
definitely not ideal.
no, it's not an easy approach shot with the
No.
bunker right in front of the green.
Neither of these guys. Now, one play that I saw people doing was blasting it out to the right and just getting super flip and going right of the water.
Yeah, the shortest way to cross the water is by going right of the green about 100 feet.
And then it opens up your angle entirely. Don't think we'll see anybody doing that.
I'm going D2 again, same disc as off the tee. And
Yeah, dude, there's nothing wrong with that.
not getting it.
Very nice. That's inside circle 2, huh?
Yeah, inside circle 2. I probably could have gotten it even lefter and had a better chance, but that seemed like the safe play there. So Noah also throwing the disc he threw off the tee. Real stable Macbeth destroyer. hooking up for him nicely, and he is right there at 42 feet.
Very nice. Only one hole on the back nine did Noah not put inside circle 2.
Crazy.
For birdie.
Giving himself tons of chances, and that's the way you're going to score out here. Matt, going back to that steady. Oh, and absolutely parking it. Tap in birdie to end Matt's round. It's a good way to do it.
Very nice.
Philo showing off those guns. Sun's out, guns out.
So if Philo puts this inside circle 2, that will be 13 shots in a row inside circle 2 for birdie for Philo. So hot finish driving-wise, and pretty stress-free round as well. When you're doing that, you're usually not going to be very stressed out.
Yeah. Super consistent, and that's just the way Philo does it.
That's going to be circle's edge. He's had so many of those putts today.
Yep. And this is an eagle bid from 63 feet or something like that, just inside the circle, circle 2, that is.
I love the bid, man. I can't believe that still ended up short. That's frustrating, huh?
Back-to-back jump putts, just short.
That one looked like it was good the whole way, though. Noah short as well. Yeah, he wants it so bad. Rough finish for Noah. But it's just time to start shredding. Round 2 and 3. This is obviously a shred fest. There's going to be some huge numbers as far as good numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, you're exactly right. Low numbers.
Yeah.
The huge low numbers. Philo. Let's go. Dead center. Dude is just so good.
Hats off to you, Philo.
Yep.
For that very solid round.
Yep.
On the putting green and driving as well.
Yeah, started a little slow. Few putts could have dropped and didn't. He didn't stop. He just kept grinding and finished well, 8 under. And that was a great catch. I didn't have a good angle at that, but nice birdie from Noah. He'll end up at 7 under. He was 8 under through 15, so a little disappointed, but I'm sure it helps a bit to grab that birdie on 18. Matt doing the same. 18 coming in as the easiest hole on the course, playing over a half stroke under par, 0.63 strokes under par. About 60% of the field grabbing birdie on that one, so definitely one you want to end up getting a birdie on. You see Noah shut his eyes and smash it. That's fun. Awesome having you guys here. Thank you for joining us for the 2020 Preserve Championship. Sponsored by Prodigy. Kevin Jones, pleasure doing it with you, man.
Same to you, Luke. Guys, we will catch you for round 2. See you there.